Alright, it's me, the one and only. I'm out here at the Indian mounds of Hell's Gate. Turn the camera around. There's the first Indian mound right there, or one of the three, rather, smaller ones. Back over here, you have the second one, and right over here, you have the main mound. Pan it around there. And I'm leaving now. I'm heading out. I've been out here about an hour, a little over an hour. I got here around 6:45, something like that. Been cooped up with the Thanksgiving holidays, and today's the 28th, so I'm like, okay, let's go somewhere, get out and do something. So I decided to come out here. The last time I came out here, I had to abandon my investigation out here because there was somebody here. They were camped right over there, and I think it was like the first day of dove season or something. So it looked like maybe a husband and wife team were, getting ready to hunt or had been hunting or something. So I didn't want to interfere with their hunt, and I sure didn't want to attract no attention. So I decided to cut it short, and I went on out to Sky Lake. But I hadn't been out here in a while, obviously, to see what all was going on. So I figured get up early and ride out and see what's going on. I had every intention of getting out here before daybreak. I wanted to use my new night vision binoculars. I tested them out last night, and they are like really, oh, they're awesome. I mean, I had have a night vision monocular, and it's good. I mean, it does what you want it to do, but the pictures and the video were really bad, and I knew I needed to upgrade. So first of this year I did, and like I say, I was going to get out here before daybreak and see what the camera would reveal and what the binoculars, the night vision, would reveal. But rain set in early this morning. I'm going to rough guess it probably, it was well after midnight when rain did set in. So I was like, let's just sleep in, let's just see what happens, and if it's not thundering and lightning and just pouring down buckets, I'll just go when the mood hits me. So that's basically what I did. I left the house a little bit before 6. It was still dark when I left the house, but by the time I got out here, it was, much the way you see it now. It was well lit, and the night vision binoculars would have been redundant, so I just left them in the case. But here's the thing, I'll say this, and I'll shut the camera down. Like I say, I'm heading out. I'm thinking about maybe going to the bridge in Satarsha and seeing what's going on out there. But once I got on the levee road here, I just as you get closer to these Indian mounds, I don't know how to describe it. things start changing. Because this place is different. It's like, the other places that we investigate and research and document. The handful of places that we've got, that we utilize. Once you get there, or as you're getting there, things just change. Things become different. You sense this strangeness. You sense this weirdness. You know that you're heading for a place that is different than any other place. And as I was, coming in, I wasn't too far from the Indian Mounds. That's the way I began to feel. So once I got parked and got everything kind of set up and ready to go, I realized I couldn't break out a lot of gear because it's raining. It was a drizzling rain, and if you want to mess up electronics, let them get wet. So the first thing I did was I trotted down the incline to the main mound. I really had no intentions of going up on the main mound, none whatsoever. But I saw an opening, and it was kind of passable, or very passable actually. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's give it a try. I didn't go up on the big section. I went down to the lower right, and I just got a wonderful view of the confluence, where the Sunflower and the Yazoo River, join up, and just a beautiful, amazing sight. But while I was up there, now we can chalk this up to nerves. I'll admit to that. But while I was up there, it's drizzling. You've got a few leaves and things falling. But when I have just come to realize that when I'm up here, when I'm at that mound, the main mound, not so much the other two smaller mounds. When you're at the main mound, or you're on the main mound, you're not alone. You do not feel alone. And I did not feel alone up there then. Now, again, it's early in the morning. It's just now kind of going for 8 o'clock. But you're not alone. And I heard what sounded like footsteps walking around me, coming up behind me, while I was standing there looking out over the confluence, over the rivers. Of course, I didn't see anything, and nothing jumped out at me or anything like that. But it felt like I was being watched. It felt like I was not alone. And I don't believe for a second that I was alone. There's things out here. There's things that live out here. There's things that have taken up residence out here. And you're not alone. I think there's spirits here. I think there's good spirits. I think there's bad spirits. I think there's cryptids. I think there's just a laundry list of things that are out here. And it's creepy. I'll put it out like that. It's creepy. So I went back to my SUV here, and I got my camera, because I'm like, as beautiful as that scenery is of the confluence, I've got to at least document some pictures. So I grabbed my digital camera, and I ran back and started taking pictures, and I managed to get a handful of really nice shots, I think. But then it started raining a little bit heavier and harder, so I was feeling like I better get the camera out of the water, so to speak, and box it up and get back out. But again, the second time I was on the mound, I heard what sounded like footsteps walking around, you know, coming up behind me, around me, or whatever, and it was very, very strange, just to say the least. So I went back to my vehicle and I packed up, and I did do a couple of whoops right before I finished packing up, and I didn't get anything. I didn't hear anything. There's hunting going on out here. You could hear gunshots off in the distance. So I'm sure if there was any cryptid type activity or creatures out this way, then they were probably hunkered down or not in the area. So anyway, that has been it for this morning, and like I say, I'm fixing to be off the road here, and like I say, start making my way back home. But it was kind of a quick trip, you know, and I kind of expected it to be a quick trip. And but it, you know, it did good to get out of the house and, you know, go do a little looking around, even though, like I say, I would have liked to have spent some more time there, but, you know, getting cold and wet's not something I'm terribly fond of, so I'll just come back another time when it's not raining or whatever. So anyway, this is Marcus signing out, and I'll probably put this up on YouTube, more than likely. So anyway, I'm gonna call it quits and, you know, make my way back out of here. So if anything happens, I'll cut the camera back on and we'll document it. All right, everybody, be safe. Hope you've had a nice Thanksgiving holiday, and you take care of yourselves and be safe. Marcus out.